It's funny. You mentioned that. I had this like thought when I was younger. I really didn't think I was going to die. And I didn't think that I was going to experience the death of my parents or siblings and I've been lucky in that I haven't, except, my father passed away but there's that. But there's like this belief when I was younger. I was like, no, Jesus is going to come back because we're in the end times and he's going to come back. I'm special, so he's going to come back and I'm not going to have to experience this. I don't know when that dropped away, but it's been gone for quite some time now. And as blissfully ignorant as it is, I miss that mindset. But it's a good thing that we die. It's just nothing would be worth shit if we live forever. Like, just the value of it goes down. Beauty. It just doesn't. It just wouldn't hit the same if it wasn't finite. So I guess I'm happy for that. I still don't want to die. The thought of dying, I am not at peace with that. It scares the shit out of me. And then I'll have these moments where I feel like I have such a real flash of like how I could die. Happens in the shower a lot. I always imagine I have this like crystal clear vision of me slipping in the shower and snapping my neck and dying. Yeah, weird. I don't know how I got on this thread, but
we're there
yeah,
now.
man, I just wish I just, and that causes anxiety. Man, I don't know what the answer is. I guess the answer is just to keep looking for the answer, but maybe not.
It's funny you say that because I actually had the thought the other, because I mean, lately I'm grabbing, like, I got the evolutionary psychology book. I got a couple other ones coming that have been on my to read. Like, I want to try to learn from all different angles and spectrums. And it's like, am I wasting my time? Like in that book over there, it's over there, Teach Yourself How to Live, or I don't know the exact titling, but, and then there's 4,000, man, I can't even quote my own, 4,000 Weeks or whatever book it is, where it basically says if you live to 80, you only have a certain amount of weeks that you're going to live.
When you look at it that way.
Yeah. And basically they basically say, and I think it's a good thing, and that's kind of where I'm at now. Like when I'm looking at, I mean, pending, you can die anytime, and pending you get to live the average, even just the average age, and hopefully past that. But it's like, we're getting pretty close to halftime. Like,
yeah, it's not that like, far.
This isn't a game. Like, I'm going to be 37. Like, dude, like, I think back to 13 years ago. I'm like, okay, I can remember then. Well, 13 years from now, I'll be 50. Like, it's just like when you start hitting a certain age, man, that's when left and right, things start happening.
Yeah.
Things start happening. So I'm like, what I'm trying to say is, I'm like, you only have so much time. And I feel especially now, and we were in a conversation earlier before we recorded when you first got here about making a choice. And it's like, it does get to the point where you just got to go a direction. You just got to choose.
Yeah.
Sure, you may change it down the road or maybe something happen, but being in this wishy-washy, I think experimenting and exploring is good, but it does get to a point where, dude, your energy levels aren't going to be what they're always. It's going to keep going. You can try to maintain it all you want. I was listening to someone talking about how, like, a lot of these tech entrepreneurs in Silicon Valley, they think they're going to beat mortality, and like, and
the
someone
worst kind
said,
of fucking people to beat mortality.
Mother
Jesus.
Nature is undefeated.
Yeah,
undefeated. You're not going to win. You are not going to win. Maybe you extend your life 10, 20 years. Cool. That's cool. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's going to end the same for all. And I'm just like, man, like, when people talk about certain life decisions, like it's I see it on both ends, because part of it's like, oh, this is a major decision that can alter my entire course of my life. I'm not ready to do this yet. But at the same time, it's like, well, if you keep thinking about it for too long,
You'll find yourself at 50.
like for example, if you wanted to have kids, like that's a major life decision that's going to change your life.
Yeah.
Some people I know, I'm just using this because I think probably a lot of people in our age range could probably relate. Like they want it from day one. That's what I want to do. And it's awesome. Like it's like great. But then there's some, well, maybe it doesn't really make sense for me right now for where I'm at in my life. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're still getting older and older. Time's not going to stop. So it does get to that point, or maybe you want to move to a certain location and try it out, or try a certain type of career, whatever it is, you will hit that point of, well, now I don't have the energy to go do that. Like, and one thing I wanted to talk to you too is about Europe, because I know you have a lot of experience over there. It's like, that's a trip I want to do soon. I don't want to do that trip in my city, and even though it would be fine, but do that trip later on in life where I don't have the same energy level. And
I see it when I'm over there.
know?
Like I'll see older American tourists walking around, and my heart kind of hurts a little bit because it's like that. I'm like, oh man, maybe they went all the time, but I have this vision in my head of like somebody who waited a lot of their life to kind of, wait until everything was right, wait till the money's right. And, granted, you have to have the money to make the trip, but, they don't seem like they're enjoying it that much just because of just the physical condition they're in. And, yeah, man, you just gotta do that stuff sooner rather than later. Otherwise, I mean, the time thing, it's just, each day goes by quicker than the last because it's a smaller percentage of our life. Yep. And then eventually, like you said, I do that a lot with, 13 years ago doesn't, 13 years ago. Wait, but 13 years from now, I'll be this old? What? Like, wait, what? Yeah, man. It's, you just kind of have to make a choice with a lot of this stuff. Yeah, I mean, earlier we were talking about with love and relationships and, I feel like I could easily be one of those people who's, oh man, well, you're just trying to find the perfect person. There's this. There's that. No, bullshit. At a certain point, just fucking, if you love somebody, just make that fucking choice, I think.